The dream of entrepreneurship. It sounds amazing, right? Building something incredible, your passion, your vision.
Yeah, it's the dream.
But then, for so many of us, reality hits. And it hits hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just the visionary anymore. Suddenly, you're also sales, accounting, operations, and marketing.
All the hats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That dream of freedom, it can just collide head on with having to do everything.
It's the entrepreneur's fundamental challenge, isn't it? You've only got so many hours in the day, finite time.
Right.
So the big question is, how do you actually excel at your core business, the thing you started? Because you love it, you're good at it, and also master this demanding world of marketing.
Especially when marketing feels like it's always changing.
Always. And the instinct often is just do more hours, more platforms, more complex stuff.
I hear more.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, just push a bit harder. It'll pay off eventually. But you're saying that's risky.
It's more than risky. It's often the wrong path entirely. Because more usually leads straight to overwork and, burnout. It's just not sustainable.
Okay.
So today we're doing a deep dive right into that problem. We'll look at why entrepreneurs get caught in this marketing time crunch, the hidden costs of pushing too hard, and really importantly, how to break free.
How to get unstuck.
Exactly. Find strategies to streamline things, focus on what you really do best, your genius zone.
Welcome to your marketing department, where we share the best tips for marketing your small business. And the full link to this topic is down in the description. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss our latest update.
All the insights we're digging into today, they come from the fantastic resources and expertise of Unscrewed Marketing.
That's right.
Specifically, we're tapping into the perspective of Vicky Wu. She's got, over 30 years in marketing and project management?
Yeah, incredible experience. She's seen this whole challenge evolve, and she has some really practical, actionable advice.
So let's talk about that entrepreneurial grind first. It really is a double-edged sword, isn't it? Freedom on one side.
And the other side. Long hours, financial pressure, that constant, relentless grind.
And that relentless grind, that's the fast track to burnout, right? But what does burnout actually look like? It's not just feeling a bit tired, is it?
Oh, no. It's way deeper than that. It's emotional exhaustion, like really drained, losing motivation for the thing you once loved.
Yeah.
Even starting to question why you even started the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the key thing to get is burnout isn't inevitable. It's not a badge of honor.
Right.
There are signs, and there are absolutely ways to build things more sustainably.
Okay, let's make this real. You mentioned some stories. Tell us about Kelly and her e-commerce empire. Started strong.
Incredibly strong. Built a 7-figure fashion business, real success story, built on hard work, creativity.
And
then the demands just piled up. She found herself working 16-hour days, juggling product sourcing, the marketing side, customer service, trying to manage a growing team. It just became too much.
What did that feel like for her?
The initial excitement just evaporated, replaced by anxiety, exhaustion. She felt disconnected from the business she built, started getting, snippy with her team, her family, forgetful.
That sounds awful, like losing control.
Exactly. She was heading towards losing everything, not because the business was failing, but because she was failing, burning out.
So how do you pull back from that edge? What was her turning point?
For Kelly, it was actually a mentor. Someone who just pointed out the obvious. You can't do it all, Kelly.
Sometimes you need someone else to say it.
You really do. And the solution wasn't just, hire someone. It was strategic. She brought in a COO, a chief operating officer, to handle the day-to-day operation.
Okay, that makes sense. Taking a big chunk off her plate.
A huge chunk. And at the same time, she worked with Unscrewed Marketing. They helped delegate the marketing processes, train up a new specialist. It was a whole system change.
So it wasn't just plugging a hole. It was redesigning how things worked.
Yeah, precisely. And that freed her up to focus on her zone of genius: product development, brand strategy, the stuff she loved and was brilliant at. It didn't just save her from burnout, it reignited her passion.
That's a great outcome.
Okay.
What about Mark, the marketing firm owner stuck in hustle culture?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of listeners recognize that one.
Oh, absolutely. Mark was all about the hustle. 6 a.m. to midnight every day. He genuinely believes success was measured in hours worked.
That's a tough mindset to break.
It really is. But here's the thing. Clients don't care how many hours you work. They care about results.
Right.
And for Mark, the constant grind meant his creativity tanked. He was always tired, couldn't focus on strategy, started dreading Mondays, even though he worked weekends anyway.
So the hustle actually started holding him back. That feels so counterintuitive.
It does, but it's true. His nonstop work became a barrier to growth. His realization was profound. It wasn't about hustling harder, it was about working smarter.
How did he start doing that?
Baby steps first. Delegated some tasks to a VA, a virtual assistant. Then, the big run, started taking weekends off.
Radical.
For him, it was. And crucially, he outsourced parts of the business he didn't enjoy, like certain branding projects he found tedious, to an external team. Like unscrewed marketing, actually.
Leaning on that expert support again.
Exactly. It let him shift focus to strategic growth without killing himself or his creativity, working smarter, not just harder.
These stories are powerful. But it's crazy how entrepreneurs who are usually so driven can miss the early signs of burnout in themselves. What should people be watching for?
Yeah, they often get dismissed as just being busy or part of the job. But the first big one is persistent exhaustion. Not just tired, but deeply drained, emotionally distant tasks feeling like a huge burden. Then there's declining motivation, that passion you had, it starts to fade. Things that excited you now feel,
I find the physical symptoms often show up first for me. Headaches, tight shoulders, always feeling run down.
Totally. Or getting sick more often. That's your body literally forcing you to stop because you haven't listened.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
Procrastination or inefficiency. Suddenly struggling with tasks that used to be easy, can't focus, putting things off. That's often mental overload, a sign you're reaching capacity.
Right, your brain's just full.
Exactly. And finally, watch for mood changes. Becoming short-tempered, maybe more emotional than usual, forgetful. Or even that fake happy thing, trying to pretend everything's fine when it's really not.
Recognizing those signs early seems absolutely key, before you're in too deep like Kelly was.
It's crucial for course correction.
Okay, so we've got the grind, the burnout signs. Let's zoom in on marketing specifically, because that seems to be a huge source of overwhelm. Why is marketing so tough for entrepreneurs to get right?
Well, often it's because of what our sources call the scrambling entrepreneur. You're constantly jumping between working in the business, making sales, delivering the service, and working on the business, marketing, finance, strategy.
Yeah, pulled in a million directions.
Exactly. You end up spread way too thin, fragmented. And marketing needs consistency to actually work. You can't just dip in and out randomly and expect results.
And I think there's also that trap we mentioned earlier, the more is more fallacy in marketing. Like, if I just post on more platforms, send more emails, run more ads, somehow that'll fix it.
Right. It seems logical, maybe for a giant corporation with a huge team and budget, although even they often overdo it.
True.
But for an entrepreneur, small business, that more approach is usually a recipe for disaster. More work, more stress, often worse results.
So what's the alternative then?
It's about being streamlined, laser-focused, a less is more approach, not necessarily doing less marketing overall, but finding strategies and using tools like automation that require less manual work and less money for real impact.
Yeah.
Smart, efficient marketing.
That makes sense. And the sources had that wild example of how more can backfire the client with over 50 websites for one service.
Oh, yeah, that one's a classic cautionary tale. 50-plus websites. Can you imagine the headache?
No, and trying to create content for all of them.
It was insane. All those sites were competing against each other for keywords. It was actually hurting their Google rankings.
Seriously?
Yeah. Google's penalized that kind of thing for years, but whoever built them, 4 years ago, clearly didn't know current SEO. And the demand. Unique content for 50 sites meant needing 100 blog posts a month. For a team of 3 people, impossible.
Wow. And I bet they had the same problem with social media. Multiple profiles everywhere.
Exactly the same issue. Multiple Facebook pages, Instagrams. It just diluted their audience engagement. Facebook's algorithm rewards engagement. If you split your audience, you kill your reach on all the pages.
So what happened when they simplified?
The results were immediate and dramatic. An extra $42,000 in revenue in the first month.
$42,000 just from cutting websites.
Just from consolidating and focusing. And merging the social pages boosted their main page likes to nearly 1,000. Suddenly, they had real reach, real impact, the power of subtraction.
Incredible. Okay, talking about pitfalls.
Yeah.
Our sources also flag some, let's call them marketing tricks or just plain BS that waste entrepreneurs' time and money. This feels really important.
It's critical because entrepreneurs, you're busy, you're often overwhelmed. You become prime targets for these predatory pitches. That fake urgency they create feels like a lifeline when you feel like you're drowning.
So let's expose some of them. Line number 1. We'll get you listed in the ChatGPT database. I've seen variations of this. What's the deal?
Total nonsense, made up.
Right.
ChatGPT isn't a live search engine or a business directory. You literally cannot submit your business to it like Yellow Pages or something.
So what are they doing?
Usually they're building their own little custom GPT that only they use. And when they type in a prompt, maybe it spits out your name. It's completely meaningless, like writing your name in a Word doc on their laptop.
So it has zero impact on real visibility.
Zero. What actually works for AI visibility now is creating great, useful content for humans that real search engines find, and structuring your site properly for what's called generative engine optimization, or AI SEO, basically making it easy for AI tools to understand and accurately summarize what you do, plus, actual credibility signals like backlinks.
Got it. What about line number 2? Get certified in ChatGPT. Ads for these are everywhere.
Another trap. OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, does not offer certifications. These are just self-made badges from third-party companies, often linked to pretty basic courses.
So the certificate itself is worthless.
Pretty much, in terms of real industry recognition. Look, learning AI tools is great. Find reputable courses if you need them. But don't chase meaningless certificates. What matters is showing actual results using AI, knowing when not to use it, and being transparent about how you integrate it into a bigger strategy. It's a tool, not magic.
Okay, this next one sounds funny. Line number 3, vibe marketing or vibe coding. What on earth is that?
Yeah, it's basically, they don't really know what they're doing, but they're really good at looking cool while doing it.
Style over substance.
Completely. Vibe is not a strategy. It doesn't define your audience, test if anything actually works, or prove any return on investment. It's surface-level fluff. Real marketing is about understanding people, matching your message, and moving them through a clear process, a funnel. If someone's selling you a vibe instead of a plan with metrics, run away.
Good advice. And the last one, the classic. Your website has issues. The scary SEO spam email.
Oh, yes. We all get these. Mass emails, usually from offshore operations, designed purely to scare you. They haven't looked at your site.
How can you tell?
They'll mention your homepage, but no specific services or keywords you target. They'll make vague claims, not mobile friendly when it is, not on page 1, site has errors, too slow, without any proof or a proper audit unless you ask, and even then.
So what should you do if you're worried about SEO?
Get a real audit from someone who understands your business strategy, not just some technical score. Look at your own analytics over time. Track your leads and sales. Focus on the actual outcomes. Good SEO drives business. It's not about appeasing spam bots.
Okay, this all comes back to that core issue. Entrepreneurs are busy, overwhelmed, making them vulnerable. So let's talk solutions. What's the real path out of this marketing time crunch and away from burnout?
The single most effective thing, and Unscrewed Marketing really hammers this home, is to find and focus on your zone of genius.
Zone of genius. Explain that a bit more.
It's that specific area of your business where only you can really deliver the highest value. It taps into your unique skills, your passion. It's probably the part you love doing most anyway. It's where you make the biggest impact.
Everything else.
Everything else. You delegate it. Systematically. Strategically.
We saw Kelly do that with her COO. And Mark outsourcing specific projects. But where do you start delegating when you feel like you have to do it all?
Yeah, that's a big hurdle. And the common mistake is hiring, say, a general virtual assistant first, which sounds helpful, but then you spend loads of time training them, directing them, managing them.
Trading one-time suck for another.
Exactly. The smarter move, the strategy Unscrewed Marketing recommends, is to outsource to an expert first. Bring in someone who already knows marketing or finance or whatever the area is.
Why an expert first?
Because the expert can set up the actual strategy, the standard operating procedures, the processes, they build the framework. Then, down the line, it's much easier and more effective to potentially delegate parts of that system to a VA or an internal team member because the expert already built the engine.
Build the system, then find people to run parts of it. That makes sense. Like Unscrewed Marketing, designing the strategy and then handling the execution.
Precisely. They take that whole marketing load, the SEO, social content off your plate so you can stay in your zone of genius.
Okay, that's huge. Beyond delegation, what other practical strategies help create that sustainable space?
Boundaries. Absolutely critical, but so often ignored. You need clear boundaries between work and life.
Like what? Specific work hours?
Yes. Designate work hours and stick to them. Vicky Wu apparently pre-schedules her entire calendar and uses do not disturb religiously after hours. Create a dedicated workspace too crucially, not your bedroom. Keep that space for rest.
And self-care. The thing we always say we'll do tomorrow.
Non-negotiable. It's not a luxury, it's essential fuel. Regular exercise, even short bursts like Vicky's 7-minute workouts count. Healthy eating, she even found a protein deficiency was draining her energy. And getting enough sleep. Seriously.
Yeah, the basics really matter. What about managing the work itself?
Time management techniques are key. Use tools. ClickUp, Trello, Asana, whatever works for you. Try batching similar tasks together. Do all your emails at once, all your calls. Use time chunking. And prioritize ruthlessly. Maybe use something like the Eisenhower matrix. Urgent, important.
And finally, don't go it alone, right? Support systems.
Absolutely essential. Entrepreneurship feels lonely sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. Build your network. Family, friends who get it, other entrepreneurs. Mark joined a mastermind group, remember. Find mentors, coaches. Lean on them. They offer support and practical advice.
So bringing it back to simplifying marketing for real results. If you want to avoid the overwhelm, what are the core things that actually move the needle? What should you focus on?
Our sources boil it down to 7 essentials. Get these right, and you've got a really solid foundation. First, define your brand identity and messaging. Get that core message crystal clear. It's everything.
Okay, number 1, core message.
Second, optimize your website for lead generation. Your website should be working for you like another team member, capturing leads.
Number 3.
Third, harness the power of email marketing. Still one of the most effective, most affordable ways to build relationships and drive sales. Don't neglect your list.
It's easy to forget email sometimes with all the shiny new platforms. What's next?
Fourth, leverage LinkedIn for thought leadership, especially if you're B2B or B2P business to professional. Great for credibility and connections. Fifth, implement a consistent social media strategy, quality over quantity. Pick 1 or 2 platforms where your audience actually is and do them well. Don't try to be everywhere.
That's a relief to hear. Okay, number 6.
Sixth, explore strategic partnerships and collaborations. Team up with complementary businesses. It expands your reach, taps into new audiences, smart leverage.
Then the final piece.
Seventh, and maybe the most crucial for sustainability, measure and optimize your marketing efforts. You have to track what's working. Website traffic, leads, conversions, use that data. It creates a feedback loop so you know where to put your energy and budget. Double down on what works, cut what doesn't.
Data-driven decisions saves time and money.
Exactly.
So focus on those 7. What about the trendy stuff? TikTok, influencers, metaverse. Should entrepreneurs just ignore those?
For most time-crunched entrepreneurs, yes, probably ignore them for now unless you have a super specific, well-researched reason. TikTok needs so much time to create good content consistently.
Right.
Influencer marketing, even micro-influencers, takes real time and effort to build relationships and track results properly. It's not quick or easy. And metaverse VR marketing, still way too early for most businesses. Unless your audience lives there already, it's likely a distraction.
So stick to the fundamentals first.
Stick to the fundamentals that align with your business and your audience and do them well. That avoids wasting precious time and money on shiny objects.
This has been, wow, incredibly clarifying. We've covered so much. It's clear that burnout from trying to do it all, especially marketing, is a huge risk for entrepreneurs.
A very real risk. But the big takeaway is it's not inevitable. You don't have to burn out to succeed.
The path forward, it seems, is really about self-awareness, knowing your zone of genius.
Yeah, knowing where you provide unique value, and then having the courage and strategy to delegate or outsource the rest. Leaning on experts, like the team at Unscrewed Marketing, to handle the things that drain you, or that they can simply do better and faster.
Letting go to grow, essentially.
Exactly. Frees you up to focus, to innovate, to lead, to actually enjoy the journey again.
So as you, our listener, go about your week, maybe take a moment to reflect. What tasks are consistently pulling you away from the work you love, the work you're best at?
And which of those could, realistically, be handled better by someone else? An expert, maybe. What would that free up for you?
It leads to a final thought, doesn't it? In this world that screams, hustle harder, do more. Maybe the most radical, most innovative strategy for growth isn't adding more complexity.
Maybe it's about skillful subtraction. What if doing less of what drains you, less of what's outside your genius, is actually the secret key to achieving more of what truly matters? More impact, more profit, more well-being. Something to think about.
Hey, it's Vicky, and I have a quick, easy favor. If you found this episode helpful, please tell a friend about the show. The best ideas and advice spread when we share them, and I would love for more entrepreneurs to get the marketing support that they need. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you'll share with another entrepreneur that you care about.